Previously on episode 201 of Overtalking.
Well, right. I mean, I know that you guys have a podcast and that
It's a
you
podcast.
Podcast.
talk about right. No, that's what I said. And you guys talk about movies and TV.
So yeah, you've never listened to an episode.
Yeah, I couldn't make heads or tails of it, to be honest. Yeah, no, this isn't really for me. I stick to Overlording. That's sort of my bread and butter.
Overlording.
Got it.
And what does that typically entail? Is it just landlord responsibilities?
But yeah, ever since Krobus passed away, we've been landlording a lot, and you guys in particular are giving us a lot of trouble. Sorry, what were you going to say?
I realized, we just hit 200 episodes, which is when our contract was up. So I think I'm starting to put together why you're here and trying to get in contact with us. Mm-hmm. Is landlording kind of your main thing you do, like your main source of income and purpose?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I would say that Porpo is my name and landlording is my game, if that's what you're
Oh,
that's exactly what I was getting at.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that you brought that up because I have been sensing some animosity towards me and my work, my business, my line of work. Often people are showing up outside of our offices with pictures of some guy, I think his name's Chairman Mao. Lots of guillotines outside of my place of office. Really not sure what that's about, but it feels aggressive. I'll be honest.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think that's the intent.
So, I mean, not to judge a book by its cover, but you are a ghastly, otherworldly, hooded figure.
Correct.
Do you think that plays into it at all?
Yeah, I mean, that has to be it, right? Like, there isn't anything inherently evil about being a landlord, right? So, I mean, it just has to be something about my appearance. That's right. Let's really nail down, what am I doing wrong?
Just the cold chill that everyone gets when you enter a room probably doesn't help things.
But what would you guys expect me to do if I didn't have several lines of passive income? Am I supposed to just not collect passive income? I'm confused. Well, I mean, speaking of landlording, I was just going to kind of say, like, things have not been great with you guys the past few years. This lease is coming up.
Oh, us specifically?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, actually, all my other properties are totally fine. No issues. Yeah, one of my buildings went on something, they called it like a rent strike. I'm not sure what that was about.
Oh.
None of them are my tenants anymore, but...
Oh, no.
Oh.
Why? What happened to them?
Let's just say that building doesn't exist anymore.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
And I hope they weren't inside the building when that happened.
Well, so anyways, what was I talking about before I brought that up? Yeah, landlording, it's great. So last time we put together this contract, it was, for this amount of time, you reach this amount of episodes or whatever, and then we kind of renegotiate.
Yeah, so how does one quantify, blood/souls?
I guess if I had to do the conversion, I'd say one soul is probably the equivalent of like $800 a month in rent.
Okay.
You want another 200 episodes worth?
Oh, wow.
Out of us.
We're going to need to talk about that.
I think I have most of my soul intact. It's
we've
obviously
definitely lost
taken
some
a bit
of
of
it.
a toll.
We've definitely lost some of it, but...
Oh, you can definitely tell you guys have lost some of your souls if you listen to some of the early episodes and some of the ones you don't know. It's very clear, yeah. I think listeners will know.
Okay.
Sign that contract here.
Signing. Do I use the needle to sign, or do I use my finger that I pricked? Does it
use
matter?
your finger.
Oh, okay. It's much.
It does matter a lot.
Oh, okay. Crap! I gotta redo mine. I used the needle to sign mine.
Do it again.
All
Do
right,
it again.
It's cool if I just sign it below where the current one is. I'll just double sign it.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
CJ, I think that means he gets 2 souls though.
Oh,
no.
crap.
Yes, double the soul.
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Here you go.
Oh, and it's gone. Okay.
And they're gone. Wow. You waited no time.
Oh, and he's gone. Okay.
Oh, wow. And now, on with the show.
Because, he's supposed to be... He has the Zoom invite, right? So he should be he jumped in. I mean, the last time he was here, he jumped on. So
Right. And they have access to our recording schedule and everything. Like they see the calendar and yeah.
Right.
It was a weird way to invite him. It was like through Messenger Pigeon. He didn't have like an email account, which I thought was weird. But
that is weird.
So I mean, I guess, we can get started and
I can just start then, and then hopefully he'll join at some point. So, hey, welcome to the 300th episode of the Overtalking Podcast with your hosts, Ken and CJ. Say hi, CJ.
Wow.
Wow.
I can't believe
this is the show where we talk over TV shows and movies as chosen by our guests. And believe it or not, this week we watched 300 because, of course.
Yeah, who saw that coming? And we'll be joined by a very special guest, hopefully, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
The Overtalking Overlord known as Porpo. That's pretty much all we have to go on. Kind of just waiting for...
Yeah. He was on for our 201st episode, right?
That's right, yes. Way back when.
Yeah.
Contract negotiation, all that. And actually, it got cold in here.
Hey.
Ah!
Here. Oh, my God.
Oh. Porpo. Hey, man.
CJ.
Hi, Porpo.
Didn't feel like knocking, huh? Just...
Well, you said to be here at this time. I'm here.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, hey, welcome.
Okay. I mean, only a little late, but
yeah,
okay.
That's fine.
Fashionably late.
Yeah.
That's how us overlords do it.
Do you guys like experience time in the same way we do?
No, that's why I didn't care about being here on time, even though I just said I needed to be here on time. I was already here, and now I'm here again. So it's just kind of a big circle for me.
You were here, like in
You've
my
already
home?
experienced this?
Yeah. I already know what you're going to say.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
So
we should say it on. Yeah, exactly. I knew
oh,
you
my
were
God,
say
he
that.
did it.
That's incredible.
Wow. You were lying.
Yeah, it's no big deal to me, time.
Okay, but just a small favor. Could you not just like roam around my house without me knowing? Next time you're here, you should say hi or something.
Yeah, I won't do that anymore.
Oh, gosh. Oh, I heard that wink. That was weird.
Yeah. Porpo, you seem much more upbeat this time than last time you were on.
Yeah, I think they're going pretty well for me, I think, a lot of the interactions I've had with you guys and the death of my dear pal Krobus,
Rip.
which, need to mention that he is in fact still dead. Just want to bring that up.
Okay.
And as you guys know, he was really into movies, movies, and then, getting to know you guys, I really got into movies these past few years, these past 100 episodes, and it's really given me like a new lease on life. I'm kind of just, I'm a film buff now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
okay.
So happy to have you then. This is perfect.
Yeah, I know. I feel like it kind of worked out. Yeah, sometimes you learn things from the people who pay you money.
Okay.
That's good.
So you are starting to like interact with the people you collect money from? Is that why you're here as well?
Yeah, mostly just you guys though.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And by people you collect money from, you mean your tenants?
Yes,
from
definitely.
Your landlord.
Yeah. I'm a landlord. Porpo's my name, Overlord is my game, and landlording is also my game. That's my catchphrase.
Okay.
Printed on a t-shirt.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I collect money from my tenants.
Porpo is my name on the front. Landlord is back.
Yeah.
And then lower in the back, Overlording is also my game.
And then on the sleeve, the rent is too damn low.
And then the other sleeve, R.I.P. Krobus. It's a very involved t-shirt.
Yeah, it's a lot. Get your money's worth.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, have you guys been watching any movies lately? I haven't been listening to the show.
Okay, so that didn't
Great.
change. Okay,
Okay.
you're still not a fan of the show. Okay, yeah. Yes, we have been. Yes, actually, we've been watching
there's been
300
quite a few.
weeks worth of stuff.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. Did you know that this is our 300th episode?
Well, I mean, I guess I heard you say that, but to me, 300 episodes, the concept of like a number counting, it doesn't really, gel with how I think about time. And
So you were just lingering before I knew you were here.
oh yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
And I heard everything you guys were saying, waiting for me to come in. I just figured, yeah, I just let you guys kind of struggle for a little bit.
Great. Really appreciate that.
Yeah, we love vamping. It's our favorite.
We're so good at it. Well, look, so since it is our 300th episode, we're going to be talking about 300. So let's just take a quick break, and we'll be right back with Porpo, the Overtalking Overlord, and the movie 300 on the Overtalking Podcast.
Whatever you say.
We Spartans are descended from Hercules himself, taught never to retreat, never to surrender, taught that death in the battlefield is the greatest glory he could achieve in his life. Spartans, the finest soldiers the world has ever known.
It's quiet now.
You threaten my people with slavery and death.
This is madness!
Madness. This is Sparta!
And we're back on the 300th episode of the Overtalking Podcast, joined once again by, I guess, returning guest,
Wow.
Overtalking Overlord Porpo.
That feels weird.
It does seem weird to say that out loud, for not the reason you would think, but...
What's up, fuckers?
Oh, wow. Okay.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, you are on another level today, Porpo.
Coming in hot.
I'm kind of liking it.
Yeah, I dig it. I like Porpo now.
Good vibes.
Porpo, do you want to hang out sometime, like outside of the show?
I would love to hang out. I'm dying to hang out with you guys. Why do you think I'm lingering and hanging out all the time?
Okay.
Okay.
Well, all you had to do is ask. I don't think you've ever asked.
Wow. This is huge for me.
To be fair, given our track record of being asked by Overtalking Overlords to hang out,
Yeah.
I don't blame you for your hesitancy.
Yeah. But we don't need to dive into it. We
won't
were
dive
in no
into that.
shape or way involved with Corpus's death. RIP to a
Not
real
at
one.
all. Definitely not somewhat responsible. So, listen, Porpo, you chose 300 for today's episode. I can't imagine why you chose this warrior fighting movie with
came out in
immense gore and
2006.
action. Yeah. Why'd you choose this movie?
Well, first of all, I don't know if you guys noticed, but the title of this movie is actually extremely relevant to the episode we're doing right now.
Yeah. No, yeah, we did notice that. Yeah.
How so?
So that was my first decision.
Oh, Ken needs an explanation. If you could.
Can you catch
Okay,
me up?
yeah.
I'm,
So
okay, anyway, go on. I'm just missing. Yeah.
No. We can explain it. That's fine. Explain it for Ken.
Well, I don't, like I said, I don't really know how numbers work in your guys' terms, but it seems like the number of episodes that you've done so far, or currently, also is the same number as the title of this movie. And so I thought,
Ken, did you catch that?
I guess
Is
if
that
you
true?
really think about it, I guess it makes sense. Huh. You have to, that's a thinker.
You carry the one and add the, yeah.
Yeah.
so yeah,
You'll get
that's maybe the more subtle reason. But the real reason is because I was stoked to see this opening night. I went opening night.
Oh, wow.
I went kind of
wow.
back in time to see it opening night because I just recently got into movies this year. But I sat down
That's
and
a new wrinkle.
I sat down and yeah, we don't have to explore that anymore.
Yeah, no.
I sat down and was like, oh my God, wait, this is the 300. Like it's like the 300 from Sparta. Like I was there. I know all these guys.
You were there?
These are like my bros. Yeah.
You
Wow.
like King Leonidas? And
Leonidas,
and all those
yeah,
guys?
he's my bro.
You were friends with King
Wow.
Leonidas. Wow.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Yeah. Were you there for that too?
Yeah.
Are you one of the 300?
No, you can kind of see me in some of the shots actually. Like up in the mountain ranges and stuff when they have those big like distance shots of the big crowds. If you look in some of the like mountain scenes, you can kind of see me up there. I'm like waving.
You were trying to ruin the shot?
Yeah, but I think like because of the intricacies of my corporeal form, it doesn't get picked up on film in the same way.
Especially with
So-
it being a Zack Snyder movie, it's very dark and hard to make out anyway.
Yeah.
I am already confused. Were you in the movie or were you in the real life events the movie's based on?
Or both.
What is happening?
Well, I
Both?
thought this was a documentary, though. I thought, right? So I figured, well, I'm obviously in these shots because this
Okay. Holy shit.
Oh my gosh. Ken, have we ever had somebody on the show that was also in the movie and lived through the movie?
I can't even fathom what that would mean. I don't think so. This is the first.
We didn't have
first.
anybody. Yeah, we've never had any like World War I vets on for 1917. Nobody in that movie.
You know that guy, that shock jock? What's like the quintessential shock jock? Howard Stern.
Oh, probably.
Howard Stern. Okay, it's a real Howard Stern situation because he had his life story that he turned into a book called Private Parts, and then it turned into a movie, these things I just got into, and he starred in the movie about him.
Wow.
Whoa.
So it's kind of like that.
That is freaking my bean.
Where I'm starring in the fictional movie about the real events that I was also there for.
Wow.
Huh.
Okay. I feel like I just need like a couple seconds to...
This is straightforward stuff,
it.
guys. I don't know why this is so hard
honest,
to grasp.
It took me several minutes to get the 300 correlation, so I don't know if I'm ever
Ken
gonna
will maybe
around on
come
this,
to this like 20 minutes from now.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. We'll give you some time to think on that.
Okay.
Wow, that's crazy. I mean, wow, we couldn't have picked truly a better guest for this episode then.
Yeah. No, it was really cool. Yeah, it was exciting getting to see it on the screen. It was sad when they all died. Spoiler.
What was Xerxes like? Was he that bad of a guy?
Oh, he was crazy. He was so big.
He is really big. You're right.
In real life, did he have all the piercings?
Was he that big?
Was that
Yeah, that was one of the details they got exact. Yeah, he was that big.
Exactly right.
And he had all of those.
Every
jewels
single
and diamonds.
piercing they got right.
Yep.
Wow.
Same color,
That's
gold.
pretty cool.
Gold color.
Gold. Okay, good.
Would you guys want your face on currency like he did?
Yeah, of course.
Easily.
Including the piercings? I liked that detail. They included his piercings on the gold coins.
I want just my flaws on the coin.
Do you think that was his good side too?
God, I hope so.
He chose those specific piercings. It's like, you got to do the two little rings on my cheek.
The thing
They're my
about him
signature
is
rings.
they're both good sides.
Fair.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't imagine lugging that guy around too on that like throne. That's got to be so heavy with that guy, big of a guy, let alone.
Yeah.
He is really big.
Yeah. And does he actually sound like that too? He had like a very deep voice because he's like Andre the Giant.
No, he had a normal voice.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, that's what my voice sounds like, so it sounded normal to me.
Okay.
I didn't put that together. You're right. Do you have like a Xerxes impression? I don't know if you do impressions or not.
What is up?
Wow. Incredible.
I don't remember him saying that, but maybe I looked away for that part.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that made it into the cut of the documentary, but
Yeah.
I think that was only in the trailer. They left it out of the actual movie.
False advertising, man. They can't do that.
Yeah.
yeah, that's illegal.
Yeah, you can't put stuff in trailers that aren't in the actual movie.
Apparently you can. It happens all the time. It sucks. CJ, were you really into 300 when this came out? I know
No.
this was like a big deal when this came out like we were in high school, right?
Yes, 2006.
Yeah.
Puts us smack dab in high school because we're years old.
Yes.
And
Given a pretty close time frame, though, for people to be able to figure that out.
I'll bleep that part out.
Okay.
We were in beep school.
We were in school.
We were in school. There, that's better. Yeah. I was talking to Emily about this movie, and yeah, the like memory she has is just like dumb guys, specifically her age, like loving this movie and making it their entire personality. Is like, yeah, that tracks. So no, to answer your question, I was not into this when it came out. Man, rewatching this, I did not like it.
Really?
Pretty bad, huh?
Yeah.
Almost even worse than living through it in reality was having to watch this movie.
Wow.
Kind of. What about you?
No, yeah. I think I'd only seen it once, probably around when it came out. I don't even think I saw it in theaters.
If I did, I have no recollection of that.
I definitely remembered a lot more than I would have thought, though. Like, there were a lot of pretty big scenes that I like. In the beginning, him kicking that dude down that impossibly deep hole. Now,
Yeah, I
Porpo,
mean, that's-
how did they make that hole back in the day? That was a question that came up.
You just dig.
You just take, okay. Okay. Pretty simple.
Okay, can I say something about that kicking into the hole scene?
Please.
Yeah.
Well, so first of all, I want to say that I did go back, when I went back in time to see this on opening night, I did also kind of travel through my time-space continuum and find the notes that I took when I watched the movie.
I can't believe we're not going to talk about this, but go on.
Wow.
No, maybe next time. So I have a
I
few
don't even know how
notes.
to begin that conversation.
Yeah, Ken, you'll get to it like a half hour from now. It's fine.
I still don't know what's happening.
I have a few notes I'll mention throughout. One of them is relevant to that. But I will say that the kicking in the hole scene, okay, I had a really big gripe with this. The Persian says, this is barbaric. This is madness. And then, the next line is, he says, this is Sparta, and he kicks him in. But what actually happens is he says, this is whatever, like blasphemous, this is madness. And then Leonidas looks around, looks at the queen, his wife, his love. And then he turns back around, and then the Persian says, madness? And then he says, this is Sparta. You screwed up the cadence of it. It was supposed to be, this is whatever, this is madness, and then this is Sparta. Instead it was, this is whatever, this is madness. Long pause. Guy says, madness? And then he says, this is Sparta. I really was mad about that.
Yeah, I noticed that too. I remember it being much more succinct.
Yes.
And there was a huge pause in between when the dude cues him up for it.
Yeah.
And then you almost forget about what he said. Like, he has to cue you. He has to bring it back. That's why he says madness.
That's why.
Like,
That's why.
I guess he did just say that.
Remember the pattern we're setting up?
What I thought what was going to happen, and stay with me here, is the guy goes, this is madness, and Leonidas looks around, and then I was expecting ska music to turn on, and then start skating. Deep cut.
Well, listen, Buster, you better start to move your feet to the rockinest, rock-steady beat of madness. One step beyond.
I don't get that.
It's very deep cut. That's the band that I saw a high school band play Battle of the Bands, and one of the gym teachers that everyone hated came up and said, hey, that song sounded like a Madness song.
Wow.
That's just an anecdote that I heard from someone.
In your travels?
So anyways, back to what we were talking about liking this movie in general. One of the notes I took was visual aesthetic, cool or nah? Thoughts?
I mean, it's Zack Snyder. That's like what he does. Again, I watched this with Emily. She made a great point of like, similar to Wes Anderson, you kind of just know, oh, this is a Zack Snyder movie just by the aesthetic and the darkness and the like, the colorization and stuff like that. But to your answer question, no, it's kind of like grainy on purpose and weird and
agreed.
I don't know what to make of it. Honestly, I think I liked it more than you two did. But I don't know about the aesthetic. Yeah, it was grainy, right? I don't know why.
Yeah.
But then also, they had like intense CGI gore for parts of it that looked. I don't know. I don't know what I thought of it because it was like in slow motion. It might have been cool. I don't know.
So the idea though was that like this was based on like a graphic novel, the movie, right?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Anyway?
So the movie is based on the graphic novel, which is based on
real events.
that you
real life
lived
events.
through, apparently.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Not apparently, I did.
Okay.
That is a fact.
Okay.
I didn't know there was a graphic novel for this.
So I think that was like, that informed sort of the style of it a little bit, right? It was like, it was supposed to look like a color graphic novel, like
Maybe.
a comic book, basically.
Yeah.
But that's how.
Maybe that's giving it too much credit.
Sin City for sure, I think, is like it's like black and white with red.
Well, it's the same author as Sin City. It's Frank Miller.
300 is also Frank Miller. Okay, that makes even more sense now.
Wait, is that the Watchmen guy? No, that's Alan.
Alan Moore is the Watchmen guy.
That's right.
Yeah.
Got it right over there on my bookshelf. Yeah, but I mean, like, and then Justice League, the Snyder cut was the same.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like all dark and a lot of like black and white and weird. Yeah, it's just his vibe. I don't know.
Yeah.
It sucks when like you have a vibe and it just like it sucks.
That does suck, doesn't it?
I liked the Snyder Cut of Justice League. I watched all 4 hours of it in one sitting,
God,
and
I don't know how you
enjoyed
did
myself. I mean, I got up to like, pee and stuff, but didn't get food.
Gross. Now, speaking of
Sorry.
peeing,
It's not that kind of
Porpo,
show.
is that something you do? Look, this is the number one requested question from our listeners, and
Yeah, we
gotta
polled the
know.
Overtalkers out there.
Yeah.
What should we ask Porpo when he comes on?
No, that's actually one of the great benefits of being an overlord is you're relieved, no pun intended, of
Seemed
any
intended.
bodily functions, secretions. We're we're rid of that, which is really nice. I highly recommend it, honestly. A lot more time back in the day.
Do you enjoy food then? Do you even bother eating? Do you need sustenance or any? No. Okay.
No, I don't need it. I did this year when I got into movies. Got really into popcorn.
Hell yeah.
So I've been munching on that, but it kind of does that what you would expect, where it's sort of like you can see it in whole chunks, like float down my what might be called a body, and it kind of just like sits there for a little bit.
I'm sorry, Porpo. Did you specifically say what you're munching on?
What you munching on?
That's right.
It's time for everybody's favorite segment. What you munching on?
Popcorn, baby.
All right, we got to know toppings. How are you prepping it? Stovetop, microwave. What you got?
I actually just learned about Whirly Pop. Have either of you heard about Whirly Pop?
no. What is that?
Sounds familiar.
It's I learned it from a mutual friend, actually.
Oh,
Is it canon that the Overlord is friends with Justin Peters?
It is now, baby.
it is now.
Is that a choice?
Man, so much canon is being created in one episode here.
Update the wiki, folks.
Yeah.
So yeah, me and my pal Justin, who canonically were friends. Apparently him and his wife are big like Whirly Pop fans, and it's one of those like old school. It's like a cast iron kind of. I don't even know if it's actually cast iron, but it's a big just like pot, like Dutch oven, and it has a lid that opens up halfway, and like you put the. I don't actually know how it works, but apparently it's like old school popcorn.
So you need like a special pot to make it?
Yeah, it's like the Whirly Pop is like the pot. That's I guess.
Oh.
I don't
Cool.
know. Next time he's on, maybe ask him about it.
Yeah.
I clearly didn't get enough details about it.
Justin, we know you're probably listening to this right now. Leave us a voicemail and describe where the
Yeah,
pop works.
we need to know more about
Yes,
Whirly
please.
Pop.
We'll play it on the show.
It sounded good.
Any toppings with the popcorn? Just plain.
I gotta say, I'm not a butter guy.
Okay.
Don't
Wow.
get into the butter. It gets my little tendrils a little too greasy. So, but I do love some salt on there. Not too much,
Okay. Just a little.
just a little.
That's interesting though, because how is the salt sticking to the popcorn if there's no like adhesive?
It kind of doesn't, which I really kind of like because
'Cause
I
then at
only
the
like a
end-
little bit.
Okay. I thought you were gonna say because then at the end you just have a bowl full of like the salt and you just lick your fingies and stick them in there.
No, that's explicitly not what I'm doing.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't do that either. No.
Who would do that?
Yeah, gross.
What do you guys eat? Do you guys like food?
I love food.
Yeah.
Ken?
I like popcorn. Popcorn's good.
Yeah.
I put all the butter and salt on though. That's where the good's part at.
Popcorn is probably the most talked about food on this show. I feel like we've brought up popcorn a million times.
I mean, when we have a podcast about movies, it's gonna happen.
It's kind of kind of the go-to.
Yeah. You put toppings on yours, right, Steve?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you put on yours?
We do salt and butter. But
Both
I do
butter boys.
we're both butter boys.
Butter boys.
I have experimented with like super fake cheese powder and stuff like that, which is very tasty, but probably not great for you.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, but
No.
Neither is salt and butter, turns out.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a little light
Takes-
salt and butter.
What could be a healthy snack and makes it not. But yeah.
Well, speaking of butter boys, did either of you notice that there was just a random guy, I have no idea what the context was, that looked exactly like Butterball from Hellraiser? Ken, please help me out.
Yes, I know exactly who you're talking about. In 300, he's the guy who has, I don't know, like bone knife arms, effectively.
Yes.
Oh
Yeah. He's the guy who chops off that guy's head. What do you call that?
That's
Guillotine
right.
master or
Yeah.
whatever. Executioner.
I thought he
That's
looked
the-
like a lobster man, But
Lobster
yeah, I
Man.
love that too. We see that that creature for 5 seconds and then never see him again. It's never explained. It's just like, oh, and they have this monstrosity. Oh, okay, and now back to the war.
Yep.
We're not going to use him, but we have him just in case.
We need
Here's
a
Butterball.
spinoff.
Okay.
We need a spinoff of Butterball guy. Let's make it
Butterball
happen.
guy.
300 : Butterball.
Butterball.
301. Butterball's now involved. He's the 301.
Rise of the Butterball. What other notes
What
did you
else you
take,
got,
Porpo?
So that was one of them. That was kind of the main one.
The main one.
Butterball.
Yeah, I see you have that bolded and underlined.
Yeah.
Okay, again, don't remember the context of this. I lived these events, but I wasn't privy to every single individual conversation that was had.
Right. You can't be everywhere at once.
For the record, I could have been.
Yeah.
Because I actually can be everywhere at all at once.
Corrected.
Was the movie Everywhere All at Once also based on true events?
Yeah, it was another experience. I sat down in the theater and was like, oh my God, I've been here.
Oh my God.
I've
All
lived
right.
all this.
All right, I guess we'll have you back on for that one.
Dear
or-
God, this canon is untenable at this point.
Well, okay, back to my notes.
Please.
Don't know the context for this, but at one point they say that they get their powers or their Spartan resilience from something called agogi. Does that sound familiar to either of you?
No.
No.
I don't know. I heard them say that word agogi, and I just wrote down beef bulgogi. That's it.
Okay.
Tasty.
Yeah. You guys like beef bulgogi?
I really do, yeah.
Yeah, that's where I get my powers.
Yeah. Trader Joe's makes a fantastic frozen beef bulgogi.
Really?
Yeah.
Good to know. I wish I could eat it. It would kind of just float and sit there for a little bit. I don't really get any satisfaction from it or anything.
Do you ever make things just to smell them? To try to do you smell, I guess, is a better question.
That's a good question. I've never really thought about that. What is smell?
Huh.
Ken?
We don't have time for this. Hey, so here's something fun. Do you guys want to play some trivia?
Yeah.
Love to.
Yeah. All right. Because it's time for... Hey, did you know that? That's right. For new listeners, this is the part of our show where we pit our guest and CJ head-to-head to see who knows the most about what we watched. Porpo, the Overtalking Overlord, and CJ, are you two ready?
Ready?
I am ready.
Okay.
Oh, before we start, can I just say my last note? I just wanted to say really quick. My last note is Leonidas died like a loser. Okay.
In real life or the movie? Or
both?
They really captured that in the movie. Yeah,
Okay.
That he was a
Big
total
weenie.
loser?
Yeah,
Great.
big weenie.
Big weenie.
Yep.
All right.
Rest in piss. All right, on to trivia.
All right. First question. Was 300 released in 3D?
Yes.
No.
3D 100.
3D 100.
That's good.
No, it was not released in 3D, but it sure seemed like it should have been, right?
Those blood spurts, I thought for sure were
3D.
were jumping out at me.
Yeah.
Right.
There,
Like
one time he
spear
had a
throws.
whip that was really
Yes.
coming right towards the screen. I don't know.
Yeah.
Missed opportunity.
For sure.
Because when I lived the events, they were actually in 3D.
Right, because
Yeah,
they were
right.
because
So-
they were real life. Yeah.
real.
Would have been more accurate, but yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Point for me. Yes.
All right. Next question. How many sequels did this movie spawn?
Okay, so I will admit to I was like, I recognize an actor, so I went on IMDb. I was like, who's this guy from? Why does his face look familiar?
Who is this guy from?
Who's this guy from? And
Porpo.
How's this guy from?
You're so funny. Damn.
Thank you so much.
It's so different than last time. It's really,
I know,
it's
I'm really
wild.
taking a turn. I'm excited this new direction my life is going in.
who's from this guy? And I saw that I'm going to say at least one sequel.
Okay.
Well, all right. There's 101 Dalmatians, 102 Dalmatians, 300. I mean, they all died, so no, 0.
There is a sequel. Yes. 300 Rise of an Empire. Or is that a prequel?
And as far
Did
as I could tell, it's the same movie. The description sounds exactly the same. Some of the same characters are even in it. They still are fighting Xerxes, as far as I could tell. So it's just so you guys just
I saw
decided to
Xerxes is played
redo
by
the
same
movie?
actor.
Yeah.
Let's just run it back.
Yeah. And but like over or like around a decade later. I think that the sequel came out in like 2014 or something.
Weird.
So it's like, yeah, let's wait however many years to be like, how's this guy from? And then put him back in the movie.
How's this guy from? Zack Snyder wrote that movie too. I don't know. It's really
Yeah, but didn't
strange.
direct it.
Right.
But didn't direct it?
Correct.
Weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like you guys are just it's the same movie.
Hey, can't argue with
know.
success.
Yeah.
Was it?
I guess we'll find out.
Okay.
All right, Siege, you're on a roll. Porpo, you got to pick it up.
I just got into movies. Okay, guys, cut me some slack.
Yeah, but you can apparently time travel at will. So should we
trying to
have
play
set a
fair.
rule at the beginning that you cannot time travel in the middle
Yeah.
of this trivia to learn the answer?
I set that rule for myself because I have respect for the show and for you guys.
Okay.
So
Wow.
I will not be
Wow.
doing that.
This
to
is a
you.
total 180 to your last
Yeah,
appearance.
really.
I'm here for it though. I love it.
Yes. All right, next question. How many helmets did Gerard Butler have and use in the movie?
Well, Porpo, you probably saw.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
might be a little unfair.
in real life, it was just the one.
Right, but in the movie, though. And I don't think
specifically
Gerard
in the
Butler
movie.
was in real life anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good
Leonidas.
point. I didn't get a great look at his face.
So wait, I'm sorry.
You thought Gerard Butler
You thought
was
Leonidas
actually
was-
King Leonidas?
It could have been. It was. I mean,
He's wearing a helmet. It's hard to
He's
say.
wearing a helmet.
yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna say there's one at the end. It gets scraped. They probably like had to make a new helmet for that. Like I don't know, 6.
I'm gonna say 12.
Porpo's closer at 17. So Porpo, you get the point.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured they'd just go overboard. Better to have too many. All right. You know how these film props go.
Do you? You just got into movies.
Yeah, I'm really getting into the behind the scenes, the film props.
Oh,
Do you watch them with like commentary on?
Oh yeah, I watch a movie right when it's done, watch it immediately back to back with the commentary on. Right after that, watch all the special features. I had to get something called the Day player.
Yeah, those aren't really
Yeah.
around.
It doesn't seem like I don't really know what time these were from, but there are these little shiny discs. They have all these special features on them. Why don't they make those anymore?
Also, that tells me that you're most likely watching movies in like 480p resolution.
yeah.
Just
they got
I don't know
better
if you
stuff
know.
now.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
I think that maybe explains why I couldn't tell if Gerard Butler was.
Yeah.
Something's going on with my. I have a little face blindness. I think.
Especially with this movie being so dark and like weird, probably really had a bad experience.
The helmets helped. It's like, oh, okay, that's one of the good ones. Okay, yeah, that's Sparta. Cool.
That's Sparta.
Yeah, they're named. That one's Sparta.
That's Mr. Sparta.
That's Sparta 2.
Yeah. So was it just like based on color, like the red? It's like, oh, that's Sparta, and then
Yep.
Oh,
And then everything else was like, yeah, I don't know.
cool.
It is cool.
That is cool. Yeah, thank you.
How many hours a day did Gerard Butler spend training to get in shape over 4 months?
God. Hours a day. Oof. For that bod. 3.
Okay.
How many what in a what?
All
right,
right. CJ
time
gets the
is,
point. It's 4 hours a day was the right answer.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Do we think it's worth it? I say no.
I mean, what else are you doing with those 4 hours? Let's be
Yeah.
honest.
When you're Gerard Butler, yeah.
You're looking pretty good. I don't know.
It's just a lot of your time.
Next question. For someone who just got into movies, this might be tough for Porpo, but let's see. 300 was the highest grossing R-rated comic book film ever made until the release of what other film in 2016?
Watchmen?
Just first person to answer it gets the point.
The one we mentioned?
Okay. Porpo, can you name another movie?
Bar is very high.
Just a movie. 2016 feels too late. I was going to say like Avengers or like Guardians of the Galaxy, but that feels too late.
I'll reread the question just to because there might be some clues in there. 300 was the highest grossing R-rated comic book film ever made until the release of what other film in 2016?
Deadpool.
Deadpool is correct.
Wow.
Oh, let's go!
Dang.
Very impressive.
I was looking over at my shelf for hints. It's like
There's got to be something over
Watchmen,
there.
V for Vendetta was a movie. Deadpool's a movie. Justice League's a movie.
Does that say Black Sad?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's a like a noir, but the characters are animals. So the main like detective is a cat.
Interesting.
If you want to borrow it.
Oh, that reminds me. There was a line in the movie that was like, souls are black as hell or something. Someone said that. Does either of you remember that?
No.
I wrote it down. I think it's souls are black as hell.
Seems very metal.
Yeah, souls are black as hell. And I wrote, that's what's up.
That's what's up. Next question. We already touched on this a little bit, but how many fake piercings did actor Rodrigo Santoro have as Cersei's?
Let me think back
Yeah.
to that fateful day.
Trying to picture him in my mind's eye. 7? Some reason that seems even like too low.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 7.
No, I mean, yeah, you screwed up. It's definitely too low.
It's definitely too low.
I'm going to say 11.
Also, definitely too low. The answer is 33.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. He had a lot of piercings.
Wow.
But Porpo, I guess you get the point.
Oops.
Oops, all piercings.
Oops, all piercings.
What's the score? Are we tied? I think I'm winning, maybe.
We are tied.
Whoa. Okay. Well, this is the final question then. What is the Rotten Tomatoes tomato meter score in percentage, closest without going over? For those who don't know, this is the critic score on Rotten Tomatoes. To make it fair, Porpo, I'm going to give you my number, and you're just going to need to text me your answer. And whoever gets closest gets the point.
Okay.
Critics for 300.
All right. The answers are in. The results will be revealed. Porpo said 56%. CJ
Okay.
said 76%.
Whoa.
Interesting.
What's the real answer? It's 61%, which makes Porpo our winner.
Let's go! I have a new lease on life. I am so happy.
I'm glad.
Congratulations. Do you want to guess what the audience score was in Rotten Tomatoes? 61 for critics. What do you think the audience score was?
Has to be way higher than
Yeah.
that, I would think. People went insane over this movie.
Yeah, I'm thinking closer to like 83
Yeah.
or something.
I was thinking 80-something too.
Yeah, 89% is the.
Oh my god. Yeah,
Dang.
that's
Way
way
higher.
higher than I would have thought. Yeah, holy shit.
I just realized I
Disagree.
skipped a question that I thought was kind of fun, so I just want to just do it as another bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
300 premiered at which film festival? And this is multiple choice. Was it A, South by Southwest, B, the Butt Nummathon, C, Cannes, or D, Sundance?
As soon as you asked the question, I was like, that would be hilarious if this was at Con.
I know.
For some reason, I was just like, no way.
But Numathon, obviously.
Yeah, that is
It has
correct.
to be.
Yeah, that is correct.
Wow.
Yeah.
Props to whoever named that festival.
I was going to give you props if that was
Yeah.
fake. They're coming up with that.
Yeah, that's a now defunct 24-hour film festival. But
Bummer.
yeah,
Butter.
butter. Well, I think it's time for ratings then.
We know you've been waiting, so now it's time to hear our ratings.
Porpo, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate 300 for you?
And also, what do you think of that jingle by Eddie Wolfram?
The jingles are my favorite part. All of them. So yeah, I loved it.
Thank you. The reviews are in.
Let's see. I feel like I want to give this movie a 300.
Whoa! Okay, you were kind of shitting on it earlier, so I'm curious how we got.
And you mentioned how numbers you don't understand, so maybe that explains
that's
it.
gotta
I
be
think-
it. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really know another one to say.
Okay.
So is that good?
That's very good.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's off the charts.
Sure, let's go with that. I'm in a good mood.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure seems like it. I think for some reason I should go next because I feel like CJ is going to be the more realistic answer. So for me, 300. Look, I don't think any of us were excited to watch this movie. Nope. But
Correct.
did I enjoy it? Yeah, I did. It was. I don't know. It was fun. It was a good time. I don't know. I'm gonna give it like a 7. I don't know.
Wow.
Wow.
It's not a great movie, but it's like it was an enjoyable watch. I feel like. So
Judging by CJ's reaction to that was an interesting answer.
oh, I know it is. Yeah.
Big thumbs down.
Yeah. All right, CJ. What would you give it?
For me, I'm debating between like a 4 and a 5. I just there's barely a plot here. Like there's no like character development or there's no lessons to be learned or it's just okay. It starts. They have some weird. Also, I can't remember the last time we watched a movie with like a narrator that's also in the movie.
Hate that.
Yeah, I didn't like that either.
Weird.
Okay, I'm already dropping mine down.
Okay, good.
Look, I forgot that there was no plot. I liked the action.
Yeah,
I just liked the action. I'm still gonna give it above a 5. I'll give it a 6.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll take that.
All right.
I don't know. I'm thinking like a 4. It's just this is fine. It's fine. It's entertaining action, but like there's not much else going on for it. Yeah. There's also parts that I even laughed out loud at the action. There's one of the Persian is riding on a horse. And one of the Spartans throws a spear and it hits the guy on the horse and sends the guy backwards. It's like, that's not how that works.
Physics.
Yeah. So stuff like that. It's just like, and okay, bear with me. You have some more gripes with this. Their whole strategy is to like funnel these people through, I don't know what to call it, a crevice in the mountain. Uh-huh. Why don't you stand on top and then as they're funneling through, you throw your spears down at them and you don't have to actually even fight them?
That's pretty good. The other thing I thought was like, yeah, they talked about meeting them at the basically the entrance to this very narrow pass and they would fight them so that it was more one-on-one. But literally all the time, they're outside of that narrow pass. Yes, it doesn't matter that the narrow pass is even there.
Yes.
You beat me to it. I was just about to say that. Yeah. They're like, hold the line. Okay, and now scatter.
Yeah, they held the line
go
for
against
the
our
first
strategy.
Wave, and that was it. And then they just broke ranks and did whatever the fuck they wanted.
Yeah. That son wouldn't have died if they like stuck to the plan. He was out in the open because all of them were. And then he just gets his head lopped off which, by the way, did we all see that coming from a mile away? And we're like, son! And he's out in the open. He's like, oh, he's about to die. And then goodbye, head. I don't think there's any redeeming qualities of this movie. The action is entertaining-ish. I'll give it that. But like, there's not much else going for it. So like a 4.
Okay, 5.5.
Okay, yes.
Also that person who discovers that alternative path to get
goat
to
path?
Yeah, the old like goat path.
Oh yeah.
Literally, Leonidas is like, well, I hope no one tells them about that. Come on. Write something better than that.
It's like, so somebody is going to tell them that.
Yeah. Chekhov's, I hope no one tells them about that.
Chekhov's goat path.
Yeah.
Yeah, saw that. Like, it's just like everything is kind of predictable and just weird.
Extremely forecasted.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No wonder a bunch of stupid guys liked this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, Porpo, thank you for joining us. Been a pleasure this time. Last time, not so much, but
who knows what mood I'll be in next time.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out. I hope it's this one. Do you have anything you want to plug at the end here? I'm not really sure where this is going to go, but
well, I'd love to plug renting. Don't buy. Yeah, I guess I wanted to check in. Like, how are things going with your guys' living situations? I know last time I saw you, we, signed a lease, but
yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. Because we technically have another 100 episodes, but I don't know about you, Ken, but I would sort of love it if like this could be the last one and we could just be out of the contract.
Yeah, is that okay?
Yeah, can we just end it here?
Yeah.
I guess that. Hey, wait a minute!
Oh.
So close.
You almost got me.
Can you blame a guy for trying?
Oh, that's why I love you guys so much.
Hey, Porpo, we love you too. You're a great guy.
I was listening back to episode 201, and there was like no pressure on us to sign that document. I don't know why we did it. It was all downside. I don't really know why we went ahead with that, but
It's my charm. It's intoxicating. That's why I'm in this business.
Yeah,
That's why I'm so successful.
it shows. So yeah, I guess another 100 episodes, Ken. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know a way out of it.
Yeah.
Ha
Dead. All right.
Damn it. Okay.
And I guess that's it.
Yeah, I mean, he could still be here, but we just don't
That's
know.
true. That's a great point.
Yeah.
And actually, we should say that we have a very special episode next week.
Oh, yeah.
We're returning to Skull Wizards.
Yes.
The Ragtag crew is back. We've got Brother Eric, Justin Peters, Ken, and myself all back together in person for a one-time only event. Skull Wizards 2, The Quest for Fire Soda.
Yes, be
How's
sure
that?
to tune in for that. It's quite good.
It's quite good. Yes, I agree with that.
Quite
It was a lot of fun. After that, we'll be returning to our regularly scheduled programming.
Yes.
Hey guys,
Oh.
I know
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay.
Wow.
I know I left, but I realized I had one more note that I didn't bring up. Just at one point, I just wrote down, big rhino alert.
Bye. Wow. 300 episodes in the books. Can you believe it? This episode was produced by Ken and myself and edited by me, CJ. One of the hosts of the show? No? I was just talking a lot. Anyway, if you like what you heard, follow the show on all the things at Overtalking Pod. Or better yet, tell a friend. Take out your phone, text somebody, be like, hey, I think you would like this. You should check it out. We'd appreciate that. Thanks to Nate Richards for the logo, Justin Peters for the music, and my brother Eric for no particular reason. And hey, seriously, thanks for listening to 300 of these. It means a lot. Okay, love you, bye!
You know how, what's that? Oh, God. I just had to come up with a name and a radio show. Neither of the names are going to That what a disaster.